You may have some daddy issues, but some of this stuff you can prevent yourself. Be you. I tell women all the time, sometimes the breakup is the blessing. Sometimes, man, it's just what you need. Could it possibly be? Let's let Stormy discover what Stormy likes to do. When you wake up, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? Who would you pick as your friends? See, when you get married at a young age, you gotta do everything together and you gotta take into consideration what somebody else wants. This will be a really, really good time for you to just discover who you are. There's no relationship. Who is Stormy? What would Stormy be like if Stormy didn't have to perform for a man? Who is Stormy?
I don't know.
That's right. You should take this time to just figure out who you are. Because you don't have to be in a relationship. But old people say this, I can do bad all by myself.
Yeah.
That's a very true statement. Stormy, are you really happy right now?
Yes. I haven't been happy for 5 years.
Okay, what's the dilemma?
I have a problem with that because I know I'm doing something wrong. I am chasing after somebody and I am chasing this relationship to make me happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you never took time to be happy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, the person that finds real peace and joy is the person that can sit somewhere by himself and be all right with that.
Yeah.
And just be all right with that. You gotta give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Why don't you just try this? You can say, you know what? I kind of jumped into this a little bit too quick. Let me get my own place. Because I really got to settle. And I think it's only right that I wait until I'm completely divorced. Let me get my bearings and go discover you. Because there's a big difference between fun and joy.
Yeah.
Fun, you got to go participate in an activity to have fun. Joy resides within. Saying you're chasing after something and you done got into something, it's because you realize you're chasing it. Just stop chasing. Look, I'm not trying to simplify anything that anybody is saying, but you have to understand how the mind works. You can't stop stuff from happening to you.
Absolutely.
But you have, life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. You can't prevent things from happening to you, but you can determine what you do about each and every one of those things. You cannot put the energy out there of everything your father did to you. Do you understand that when you emit that signal, do you know that that's what bounces back to the tower? It's how a cell phone works, it's how a remote control works, it's how your mind works. God said a man is as he thinketh. Nothing more, nothing less. So now guess what? If you live your life with the expectations that your father did this to you, your father did that to you, your father never offered you this view, your father was not there for you, guess what you're doing? You're emitting that signal. The only thing can come back is the same thing you put out. I cannot stress enough the importance of your mind. But listen to me, that energy is the attractant. If a woman says all men are dogs, doggone it, here they come. Here they come. You finna meet all of them. I keep meeting cheaters, liars, non-committers. You trying to have a relationship with your father that he couldn't have with your mother, and now you end up emitting that signal, and that's what comes back. That's the first thing I want to get across to you. Listen to me. I wrote something down that you said. You've dated all kinds of men. What can you expect to come from that? You should only date a type of man. You should only date the type of man that will give you and be what you want them to be. You are looking for something. Can I teach you this right here? Stop looking for a man for what he'll give to you and look for a man for what he will sacrifice for you. The difference. Chelsea, go ahead. How you feel? Go ahead.
I do still have, I guess I feel like in order for me to start somewhere, I have to start repairing the relationship with my father.
But let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. When God put your mother and father together, he put them two people together to produce you. You may have been a mistake to your mother and father. They may not have even intended for you to be here, but God did. See, God don't make mistakes. The whole purpose for your mother and father was to produce you. God wanted you. And I'm sorry to tell you, but there are millions of people who don't have a relationship with one or both of their parents, and they turn out to be A-OK. They turn out to be A-OK. Let me give you the best example I like to use. When Barack Obama's mother met his father, this man of African descent and this white woman, and they met together, and they joined together, and they had this baby named Barack Hussein Obama. I bet you didn't now one of them know what God had in store, because God needed him. He wanted him in this world because he was going to turn him into the first black man to ever be in charge of this country. Barack ain't got no relationship with his daddy. That didn't stop the show. Do not let your father stop your show. Your father is not the architect of your story. Your father is not the author of none of your chapters. So suppose your father never come around. Your heavenly Father is always there.
That void that I had of not having my father in the picture growing up, I'm stuck. I feel stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a bad person. I mean, I work full time. I'm going to school to be a better person, to provide for my kids. I'm not, instead of him building me up, he's bringing me down. I mean, I've invested 12 years into this relationship. Honestly, my heart doesn't want to let go, but my head is telling me, yo, snap out of it, you know, like snap out of it.
Who in here ain't picked the wrong one time? Now, when you pick the wrong one time, and it lasts for 12 years, it's time to unpick him. And now listen to me. Let me help you with a couple things. First of all, you said you don't want your kids to go through what you went through and have a broken home. Kids would rather be from a broken home than to live in a broken home. Your kids know you're unhappy. They would rather be in a house where this guy wasn't in it and seeing their mama smile again. They'll be fine. Ladies, take the blame off yourself. Men are really, really good at that, making you think something wrong with you. Oh, real men don't really operate like that. But you got so many men out here from these broken homes. You got so many men out here that ain't had a father figure, that didn't tell them what real men really do. That real men buckle down. That real men meet a woman and put her on a pedestal and treat her like a queen. Real men get taught this. When you don't have a man that's been taught that, you're dealing with a man that don't have all the qualities of manhood. The other reason you don't want to get out is because you got 12 years in.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. On a scale of 1 to 10, how have those 12 years been?
5.
Man, 5. That's 50% is an F at all schools. Been in a relationship for 12 bad years. Do you want to do 12 more?
Hell no.
The answer,
Hell no.
you can't do 12 more of these. Stop collecting red flags. What y'all saving them for? Once you get so many red flags, y'all ought to sew them all together, tie them around your neck, and fly your ass out of there. If they took a vote, you'd probably be Mother of the Year. I bet you would. I bet you got friends in your life that think you're the best friend in the world. Your employer probably loves to see you walk through that door.
Your kids are the big thing for you, and I was that kid. My mom has 6, and she stayed. But I promise you, Steve's 100% right. We would rather come home and let you two be separate and watch my mother be happy, because I would have killed for her to just leave. Because like you could see it. You can see it. I don't care how much you guys try to hide it. We know.
Yeah. So the way to not have 12 more years of that is to get out this year. Take your kids and go. Let me ask you something. Do you have some friends that would help you? I bet you got one of your girlfriends that been told you to leave 100 times. Hey, listen, in closing, ladies, let me tell you this here. I want you all to understand something, that you all were created not by your father. Your creation came from your heavenly Father. He has cared about you from day one. Everything you thought you wasn't gonna get through, your heavenly Father done got you through it anyway. Track record for surviving bad days, undurable moments, things that would normally break you. Your track record for surviving all them days, everybody in here is 100%. That's a pretty good record, man. You done got past all of them, you gonna get past all of the rest of them to come.